What they secretly do after breakup. Check timeline for your zodiac sign. Aries. After a breakup, Aries appears strong on the outside, but privately they fall apart. When no one is watching, they finally allow themselves to feel everything they've been holding in. Nights are the hardest. They replay conversations, cry themselves to sleep, and release emotions they refuse to show publicly. Aries hates appearing vulnerable, so they grieve behind closed doors where no one can see their heart breaking. By day, they act composed, busy, and unaffected. By night, the weight hits them all at once. This emotional purge is how they reset. They believe letting it out in solitude will eventually make them strong again. Once the tears slow, Aries begins rebuilding, determined to rise from the pain stronger than before. Taurus. After a breakup, Taurus secretly keeps tabs on their ex. They scroll through social media more than they'd ever admit, analyzing posts, likes, and updates for hidden meaning. Even though they try to move on, curiosity and attachment keep pulling them back. Taurus wants reassurance that the bond meant something, and watching from a distance gives them a sense of control. They may tell themselves it's harmless, but each visit stirs emotions they haven't processed yet. Taurus struggles with letting go, especially when comfort and routine are disrupted. Over time, the habit fades, but only after they feel emotionally secure again. Healing comes slowly for Taurus, but once they detach, they don't look back. Gemini. After a breakup, Gemini focuses on reinvention. One of the first things they do is refresh their image, starting with the details no one sees but them. Buying new underwear or lingerie becomes a quiet confidence boost and a reminder that life moves forward. It's less about impressing someone specific and more about reclaiming their sense of desirability. Gemini distracts themselves by imagining new possibilities, new connections, and new chapters. The breakup sparks curiosity rather than stillness. They cope by staying mentally active and future-focused. While emotions surface later, their immediate instinct is to reinvent, refresh, and remind themselves that this ending doesn't define them. It simply opens another door. Cancer. After a breakup, Cancer convinces themselves that a complete lifestyle overhaul will heal the pain. They promise to exercise daily, eat cleaner, change routines, or adopt a brand new way of living. These plans give them a sense of control when their emotions feel overwhelming. Cancer believes transformation will ease the heartbreak, even if the motivation comes from sadness. They channel grief into self-improvement because it feels safer than sitting with the hurt. Some changes stick, others fade, but the intention is sincere. Underneath it all, Cancer is trying to nurture themselves back to emotional safety. Growth becomes their coping mechanism, even when the heartache hasn't fully settled yet. Leo. After a breakup, Leo quietly revisits the past more than they let on. They scroll through old photos, reread messages, and replay memories that once made them feel chosen and adored. Even though they present confidence to the outside world, nostalgia pulls at them when they're alone. Leo misses how loved they felt, how special the connection once seemed. Looking back helps them process the loss, even if it also hurts. They aren't stuck in the past forever, but they do take their time honoring what mattered. These moments of reflection allow Leo to grieve privately before stepping back into the spotlight, ready to reclaim their confidence and sense of self. Virgo. After a breakup, Virgo shuts down emotionally and physically. They retreat into sleep, using rest as an escape from overthinking and emotional overload. Outside of work and basic responsibilities, they keep life minimal. Sleeping becomes a way to pause the constant mental analysis that follows heartbreak. When awake, they're quiet, withdrawn, and running on autopilot. Virgo processes pain internally and needs time away from stimulation to recalibrate. This withdrawal isn't laziness, it's self-preservation. Rest gives them space to sort through emotions without pressure. Eventually, clarity returns, and Virgo slowly re-emerges, ready to rebuild with intention and stronger boundaries than before. Libra. After a breakup, Libra curates the illusion that everything is fine. They post attractive photos, cheerful captions, and moments of social activity to convince others, and themselves that they're thriving. Behind the screen, however, they're struggling deeply. Libra hates appearing unbalanced or unloved, so they mask their pain with charm and aesthetics. Social validation offers temporary relief from loneliness, even though it doesn't heal the hurt. They crave reassurance that they're still desirable and valued. This performance helps them cope while they process emotions privately. Once Libra regains inner balance, the need to pretend fades, and genuine healing begins beneath the surface. Scorpio. After a breakup, Scorpio seeks intensity to drown out the pain. Rather than sitting with heartbreak, they dive into a rebound or a brief connection to distract themselves. Physical closeness becomes a way to feel desired again and momentarily forget the emotional loss. Scorpio doesn't always do this for pleasure alone. It's about control and escape. Letting someone new in feels safer than confronting unresolved feelings. While the distraction works temporarily, the emotions eventually resurface. Scorpio heals in layers, peeling back pain slowly. Once they face the truth beneath the distraction, real closure begins, and they finally allow themselves to let go. Sagittarius. After a breakup, Sagittarius reconnects with themselves in very private ways. They turn inward, rediscovering their own body and desires as a form of emotional reset. This isn't just about physical release. It's about reclaiming autonomy and reminding themselves that pleasure and comfort can exist without a partner. Sagittarius uses this time to reconnect with confidence and independence. Exploring their own needs helps them regain a sense of control after emotional disruption. They don't dwell on the breakup for long. Instead, they focus on self-awareness and freedom. This solo exploration becomes part of their healing process, allowing them to move forward without immediately attaching their sense of worth to someone new. Capricorn. After a breakup, Capricorn tries to stay composed, but emotion eventually slips through the cracks. At least once, usually late at night, they end up texting their ex. Sometimes it's anger spilling out, sometimes it's sarcasm, and sometimes it's unexpected flirtation. Capricorn doesn't like losing control, and the message is often an attempt to reclaim power or closure. They may regret it later, but in the moment, it feels necessary. Once that emotional release happens, Capricorn pulls back again, regaining their usual restraint. They prefer to process privately and refocus on stability, but that one message is proof that the breakup affected them more deeply than they let on. Aquarius. After a breakup, Aquarius turns to comfort and self-indulgence. They treat themselves to shopping sprees, favorite foods, and small pleasures that provide immediate relief. This coping method helps distract their mind from emotional heaviness. Aquarius prefers tangible comfort over emotional confrontation at first. Buying something new or enjoying a familiar dessert feels grounding and reassuring. These small rewards help them regain a sense of normalcy. While they may seem detached, they are processing quietly in their own way. Once the emotional shock fades, Aquarius reflects more deeply. For now, self-treats act as a buffer, easing pain until they're ready to emotionally unpack what truly ended. Pisces. After a breakup, Pisces disappears. They quietly delete social media apps, retreating from public opinion and outside noise. The idea of being watched, judged, or questioned feels overwhelming. Pisces needs solitude to grieve safely, without commentary or expectations. This digital withdrawal gives them space to feel everything fully. They don't want to perform healing or explain heartbreak. Instead, they turn inward, processing emotions through reflection, creativity, and solitude. Once the pain softens, they slowly return, more grounded and emotionally clear. For Pisces, disappearing isn't avoidance, it's protection. Stepping away from the world allows them to heal authentically before re-entering with renewed emotional strength. Thank you for watching, and let me know your thoughts in comments box. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for all the updates.